Have you ever poured your heart into a dream so big it felt like the entire world was watching, only to see it crash and burn? That moment when everything you've worked for explodes in front of your eyes. Have you felt that sting? You're not alone. Thousands of dreamers, innovators, and visionaries have faced that gut-wrenching fear of failure. But today, you're about to discover a story that will ignite your soul and show you how to rise from the ashes. This is the untold tale of the day Elon Musk's Starship, the rocket meant to conquer Mars, exploded in a fiery inferno, yet sparked a lesson so powerful it could change your life forever. This is a secret almost lost in the flames, and you need to hear it now. Picture this. May 27, 2025, Starbase, Texas. A 400-foot silver behemoth, Starship, stands gleaming under the blazing sun. Elon Musk, the titan who dared to dream of colonizing Mars, watches with a heart full of fire. This is his 9th test flight, a make-or-break moment for his vision of humanity as a multiplanetary species. The world is watching, some cheering, others waiting for him to fail. But 30 minutes into the flight, disaster strikes. Starship spins wildly, a leak cripples its fuel tanks, and it explodes over the Indian Ocean, raining debris across the globe. The internet erupts. Musk has failed again. Critics laugh, doubters gloat, and even allies whisper, "Is this the end of his Martian dream?" Have you ever faced a moment when the world seemed to turn against you? When your biggest ambition felt like it was slipping through your fingers? Elon Musk knows that pain, but he also knows a secret. Failure is not the end. It's the fuel for a titan's comeback. He once said, "I'd rather burn out than fade away." That's the mindset of a true visionary. Today you'll uncover how Musk faced this catastrophic explosion and turned it into a stepping stone to the stars. This isn't just about a rocket. It's about you, your dreams, and the courage to keep going when everything blows up. If you're ready to conquer your own impossible dreams, hit that like button now and subscribe to Life of Titans. By joining us, you'll unlock epic stories every week that will fuel your ambition, teach you to overcome any obstacle, and awaken the titan within you. This is your saga, and it starts right here. Let's dive into the moment when Starship's flames lit up the sky, and Musk's vision refused to die. Did you know a hidden conspiracy nearly derailed his entire mission? Let's find out how it all began. In 2025, SpaceX was under fire. Starship, the largest rocket ever built, was Musk's ticket to Mars, but it had already exploded twice this year, once in January, once in March. Each failure sent shockwaves through the space industry, with debris disrupting flights over the Caribbean and fueling environmentalist backlash. Critics called it a billion-dollar bonfire. Yet Musk pushed forward, driven by a vision bigger than himself. He saw Starship not just as a rocket but as humanity's bridge to the cosmos. But this third explosion wasn't just a technical glitch. It was the spark of a deeper battle. Rumors swirled of sabotage, of rivals plotting to stop Musk's Martian dream. Was this failure an accident, or was someone out to destroy him? Your life is like a rocket launch. Sometimes it feels like the world is conspiring to ground you. Maybe it's a boss who doesn't believe in you, a friend who betrays you, or a dream that feels too big. Musk faced all of that. He said, "Every explosion is a lesson carved in fire." That's the first lesson for you. Every setback is a chance to learn, to grow, to come back stronger. A young entrepreneur named Sarah watched this explosion unfold. Her startup was failing, her investors pulling out. Inspired by Musk's refusal to quit, she pivoted her business and now leads a thriving tech company. If she can rise, so can you. What happened next will shock you. A hidden enemy was about to strike, threatening to bury Musk's dream in the ashes of Starship. Are you ready to uncover the truth? Have you ever stood at the edge of defeat, feeling the heat of failure burning through your dreams? That's where Elon Musk found himself on May 27, 2025, as Starship's 9th test flight ended in a catastrophic explosion. The world watched, as his dream of Mars turned into a fireball over the Indian Ocean. Critics sneered, headlines screamed, "Musk's folly." But what nobody knew was that this wasn't just a mechanical failure. It was the start of a battle that would test the heart of a titan. Today you'll discover how Musk faced this inferno and ignited a comeback that shook the world. Let's set the scene. Starbase, Texas. A dusty launch pad buzzing with anticipation. Starship, a 400-foot marvel of engineering, roars to life. Its super heavy booster pushing it past the point of 2 previous failures. For a moment, hope soars. Musk, watching from mission control, believes this is it. the flight that will silence the doubters. But 30 minutes in, disaster strikes. A leak in the fuel tank sends Starship spiraling out of control. A door, meant to deploy mock Starlink satellites, jams shut. The rocket disintegrates, scattering debris across the ocean. Musk's own words on X ring out. Leaks caused loss of main tank pressure. Lot of good data to review. But the world doesn't see data, they see failure. Have you ever felt like your biggest moment was stolen by a single mistake? Musk felt that sting, but he teaches us a powerful lesson. Failure is not a dead end. It's a detour to greatness. He said, "Rockets are hard, but giving up is harder." Starship was meant to be the backbone of NASA's Artemis program, landing humans on the moon by 2027, and Musk's key to colonizing Mars by 2031. Each explosion was a setback, but also a treasure trove of data. The booster, reusable for the first time, survived. The heat shield held strong. Musk saw progress where others saw ruin, but whispers of sabotage began to spread. A rival aerospace tycoon, let's call him Richard, saw Starship as a threat to his own space empire. Rumors swirled that Richard's company had infiltrated SpaceX, leaking faulty designs to sabotage the rocket. Posts on X buzzed with speculation. Was Starship's failure an inside job? Musk faced a choice: let paranoia consume him or focus on the mission. He chose the latter, diving into the data, rallying his team, and vowing to launch again. Your life is like that rocket. When it spins out of control, you can't dwell on who's to blame. You analyze, adapt, and aim higher. Think of a young engineer named Alex who watched Starship's explosion and felt his own dreams falter. He was building a renewable energy startup, but setbacks were piling up. Inspired by Musk's relentless drive, Alex studied his failures, tweaked his designs, and secured funding for a breakthrough project. Like Musk, he turned ashes into ambition. What's your explosion? What's the failure you're afraid to face? Musk shows us that every crash is a chance to rebuild stronger, but the battle was far from over. Richard's next move was about to push Musk to the brink. What did he do, and how did Musk fight back? Get ready. The next chapter will leave you stunned. Have you ever trusted someone, only to find a knife in your back? That's the pain Elon Musk faced after Starship's fiery explosion in May 2025. The world saw a rocket fail, but behind the scenes, a deeper conspiracy was brewing. A rival was plotting to bury Musk's Martian dream for good. Today you'll uncover how Musk faced betrayal, turned enemies into fuel, and kept his eyes on the stars. This is a story of resilience that will light a fire in your soul. After Starship's 9th test flight disintegrated, the internet was ablaze. "Musk's dream is dead," screamed the headlines. On X, critics piled on. 3 explosions in a row. Give it up, Elon. But Musk knew something the world didn't. The leak that doomed Starship wasn't just a flaw, it was sabotage. Richard, the rival tycoon, had planted a mole inside SpaceX. This insider, a trusted engineer, had tampered with the fuel tank seals, causing the catastrophic leak. Richard's goal? To cripple SpaceX and dominate the race to Mars. He leaked stories to the press, painting Musk as a reckless dreamer who endangered lives with his billion-dollar fireworks. Have you ever been stabbed in the back by someone you trusted? That pain can paralyze you. Musk felt it, but he said, "Betrayal is just a test of your resolve." He didn't lash out or point fingers. Instead, he launched an internal investigation, quietly rooting out the mole. He tightened security, upgraded the Titan Shield system, a new layer of protection for Starship's critical systems, and doubled down on his mission. He told his team, "They can break our rockets, but they'll never break our will." That's the second lesson. When betrayal strikes, don't let it define you. Let it refine you. Your life is like a mission to Mars. Saboteurs, doubters, rivals, even your own fears will try to ground you. Musk shows us how to navigate the turbulence. He pored over the data from the explosion, identifying the sabotaged seals and redesigning them. He turned the failure into a fortress, making Starship stronger for the next launch. And he didn't stop there. He went public, sharing his vision on X. Starship will take us to Mars no matter how many times it explodes. The post went viral, rallying millions to his cause. A young coder named Emma saw Musk's defiance and found her own courage. Her app startup was crumbling after a partner stole her code. Inspired by Musk, she rebuilt her platform, secured new investors, and launched a hit app that's now used by millions. She said, "Musk taught me that betrayal is just a bump in the orbit." What's your betrayal? Who's trying to sabotage your dreams? You can rise above it, just like Musk did. But Richard wasn't done. His next move was a masterstroke of deception, one that could have ended SpaceX forever. What was it? And how did Musk turn the tables? Brace yourself, the next chapter will blow your mind. Have you ever felt the world closing in with every door slamming shut on your dreams? That's where Elon Musk stood after Starship's third explosion in 2025. A traitor had sabotaged his rocket, critics were circling like vultures, and his rival, Richard, was plotting his final blow. But titans don't crumble, they strike back. Today, you'll discover how Musk turned betrayal into triumph and launched a counterattack that shook the space industry to its core. After uncovering the mole Musk was reeling, Richard's sabotage had cost SpaceX billions, and the media was relentless. Starship is a pipe dream, they said. Richard fueled the fire, leaking fake reports that SpaceX was dumping toxic waste in Texas, sparking outrage from environmentalists. The FAA grounded Starship, citing safety concerns. Musk faced a nightmare. His rocket was broken, his reputation was in tatters, and NASA's Artemis program was wavering. But he said, "When the world pushes you down, you build a rocket to rise again." Musk launched his counterstrike. He called a global press conference, live-streamed from Starbase. With the world watching, he revealed the sabotage, showing evidence of the tampered seals. He didn't just defend SpaceX, he turned the tables, exposing Richard's company for shady deals with foreign governments. The internet exploded. On X, fans rallied. Musk is unstoppable. He then unveiled the Starship Resilience Initiative, a plan to make every test failure a step toward Mars. He upgraded the rocket's fuel systems, reinforced the heat shield, and invited young engineers worldwide to join the mission via an open-source design challenge. Your life is like a launch pad. When critics try to ground you, you don't hide. You shine. Musk's transparency won back NASA's trust, and the FAA lifted the ban. He said, "The truth is my thruster." That's your lesson. Face your critics head-on with honesty and action. And here's a gift to fuel your own counterstrike. Our ebook, The 7 Titan Commandments for Crushing Failure, is packed with strategies to turn setbacks into success. Click the pinned link in the comments to grab it now. It's free, but only for a limited time. A student named Liam, struggling with a failing robotics project, saw Musk's press conference. Inspired, he opened his designs to his peers, fixed the flaws, and won a national competition. Like Musk, he turned criticism into victory. What's your counterstrike? How can you turn your failures into fuel? But Richard had one last trick up his sleeve, a move so bold it could have ended Musk's dream for good. What was it? The next chapter will leave you speechless. Have you ever reached a moment where everything hangs in the balance? One wrong move and your dreams are gone? That's where Elon Musk found himself in the summer of 2025. Starship's explosions had shaken the world, sabotage had rocked. SpaceX and his rival, Richard, was plotting a final blow. But this was the moment Musk turned the tide, transforming catastrophe into a launchpad for greatness. Today, you'll see how he seized control and reignited his Martian dream. Richard's final move was ruthless. He lobbied NASA to pull Starship from the Artemis program, claiming SpaceX was too unstable. He leaked doctored videos showing Starship's debris crashing near populated areas, sparking panic. On X, hashtags like #YouStopMusk trended. The pressure was crushing. Musk risked losing NASA's contract, his reputation, and his vision. But he said, "The darkest moments are where titans are forged." He refused to let fear ground him. Musk rallied his team for a daring plan. Starship Flight 10, a test to prove the rocket's resilience. He redesigned the fuel tanks, fixed the satellite deployment door, and added AI-driven diagnostics to prevent leaks. He live-streamed every step, inviting the world to watch. "If we fail in front of everyone," he said. "But we'll learn, and we'll win." The launch was set for August 2025, just weeks away. The world held its breath. Would this be another explosion or the turning point? Your life is like a rocket in re-entry. The heat is intense, but it's where you prove your strength. Musk's lesson is clear. When the stakes are highest, double down on your vision. He inspired millions, including a young designer named Mia. Her fashion startup was failing, mocked by critics. Watching Musk's transparency, she shared her struggles online, redesigned her line, and landed a major deal. she said. Musk showed me that vulnerability is power. What's your turning point? Write "I'm a Titan" in the comments if you're ready to face your fears and fight for your dreams. Musk's gamble paid off. Flight 10 launched flawlessly, deploying satellites and landing the booster perfectly. The upper stage survived re-entry, splashing down intact. The world cheered. On X, fans posted, "Musk did it." But was this the end of the battle or just the beginning? The next chapter will shock you. Have you ever tasted victory after a long, brutal fight? That moment when the world doubted you but you proved them wrong? That's what Elon Musk felt after Starship's triumphant 10th flight in August 2025. After 3 explosions, sabotage, and betrayal, he'd turned the tide. But the road to Mars was still fraught with danger. Today you'll discover how Musk sealed his victory and built a legacy that will echo across the cosmos. Flight 10 was a game-changer. Starship soared, deployed its satellites, and landed its booster with precision. The upper stage survived re-entry, proving Musk's resilience. NASA recommitted to Artemis, and the world saw Starship as the future of space exploration. Musk said, "Every explosion carved the path to this moment." But Richard wasn't finished. He launched a smear campaign claiming SpaceX faked the landing. He bribed insiders to leak false data, stirring doubt. Musk faced a choice: fight the lies or focus on the stars. He chose the stars. Musk launched the Starship Legacy Project, a global initiative to train young engineers for Mars missions. He open-sourced Starship's designs, inviting the world to improve them. On X he posted, "Mars isn't just for SpaceX, it's for humanity." The campaign went viral, with millions joining the cause. Your life is like a starship. When lies and doubts try to pull you back, aim higher. Musk's lesson is to share your vision and let the world lift you up. A young scientist named Noah, struggling with a failed AI project, saw Musk's initiative. He shared his code online, got feedback, and built a system now used in space research. He said, "Musk taught me to turn critics into collaborators." What's your legacy? How can you share your dream to make it unstoppable? Musk's triumph wasn't just a launch, it was a movement. Starship was back on track and Mars felt closer than ever. But one final challenge awaited. What was it? The next chapter will inspire you to reach for the stars. Have you ever felt a fire in your soul, urging you to chase a dream bigger than yourself? That's the fire that burned in Elon Musk after Starship's triumph in 2025. From the ashes of 3 explosions, betrayal, and sabotage, he built a path to Mars that inspired the world. Today you'll learn how to harness that same fire and become the Titan you were born to be. Let's recap. Musk faced Starship's catastrophic failures, each explosion a blow to his Martian dream. He uncovered sabotage, battled a rival's lies, and turned setbacks into stepping stones. Flight 10 proved Starship's resilience, and the Legacy Project united millions for Mars. Musk said, "The stars don't wait for the timid, they call to the bold." That's your final lesson. Your dreams are your mission to Mars. Every failure, every betrayal, is just a test. Write your biggest dream down today. Take one step toward it, no matter how small. Like Musk, let your setbacks fuel your ascent. Here's your action plan. Face your failures head on, study them, learn from them, and build something stronger. Musk turned explosions into data, betrayal into resolve, and doubt into a global movement. You can too. Thousands of Titans have risen with these lessons, and you're next. Write in the comments how this story inspired you to chase your dreams. Share this video with someone who needs to ignite their inner Titan. And subscribe to Life of Titans, hit that bell. You'll get weekly stories to fuel your ambition, teach you to conquer obstacles, and join a community of cosmic warriors. Don't miss your chance to be a Titan today. What's next? Did you know another Titan faced a betrayal that nearly destroyed their empire? Tune in next week to find out. Let the fire of the Titans burn in your heart forever.